So what you have to understand is order flow. Like order flow is simple. Like you see these down close candles. Hold on.
Yeah.
Before we even get to that point, you see this fair value gap here that I have marked out.
Yes.
This fair value gap here is this fair value gap here. You see it?
Oh, what the fuck? How come mine doesn't do that? Mine
Hold
doesn't
on.
like.
Just stay
Right.
focused. This fair value gap is what I'm aiming for. So if I'm looking for these to get up there, then I look for order flow here. So order flow is down close candles. Once they trade above it, it should hold. Down close candles. Now we have another one. This is order flow.
Mm.
I'm watching order flow as it's getting to where I believe it should get. So we have this level, which is this fair value gap that I'm looking at, and then I'm looking at this liquidity here, which would be this high. These are take profit areas.
Yeah.
So buy side liquidity, you can either take profit when price runs up here or runs up here. It's whatever you want. If you're going with two contracts, you can take both of them down. I called it down here. I said this is the change of state. Look higher. But anyways, order flow. You see these old SIBIs, like you got it down close. It's a SIBI, fair value gap. Like this one. You see this SIBI?
Yeah.
You always want to extend these out because price should hold off those levels. And I'm just gonna make this orange. This is order flow. So when you're looking for, because I hear you talk about retracements. When you're looking for retracements, bro, you gotta ask yourself what's the boundaries it's in? Where can it retrace? You gotta ask yourself these things because sometimes it's not a good retracement. So like,
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I know you don't want it to go too far on one side, too far to the other. I know that's not always a good thing. So with that said, what did you call this area? Not order flow. What was the other term you called it?
I don't know, it just
Where the down close candles. What did you call that?
order blocks.
Order block. Okay. Sorry, the order block confuses me sometimes. So okay, so see
That's
how.
something that's barely touched on. But just this is what's gonna teach you, bro, is watching order flow get to where you want it to get to. It starts with a higher time frame objective, bro. So where's your higher time frame objectives? Mine is this one. Simply this. That's my higher time frame objective. And I'm watching order flow in the 1 minute deliver up here. And once you understand that those two basic things, higher time frame PD array or higher time frame objective, whether it's liquidity or not, then you'll understand order flow and how it should get there. So like before we even got to the sell side, because I traded it, right?
Mhm.
I could simply just show you, like you already seen it. I sold here, took profit down here. Order flow was bearish, so I knew bearish order flow. Then we shifted bullish here, and we were bullish. So it's like now I'm looking here. So if price is going to get up there, I'm looking at these down close candles and how they should hold to get up there.
Yeah.
So it's simple. So when you're looking for retracements, the question is what is a retracement? Where should it go? Not what you like to see, but what does the algorithm like to see? It's two different things, bro. So for me, I have this down close candle here. That's one. I have this inversion. That's two.
Okay.
And then I have this up close candle here. That's three. So nonetheless, these three areas here should hold pretty strong, which
Gotcha.
means this. If you were to buy down here, right,
Hmm.
like I said, and take profit up here, that's AR. But if you were to buy this, the question is where would you trade your stop? You'd be trailing it in areas that are not likely to get hit. That's all.
So below the order block.
Yeah, order block paired with the left side of the curve.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
That's order flow. And when you can get a clear directional order flow, it's easier to see these things, bro. But this is something I don't really teach. This is stuff I kind of keep live.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is order flow.
No, I'm not trying to learn all your secrets, bro. I just you
No,
have a
no,
better
no, no, no.
understanding.
It ain't a secret. It ain't a secret. It's just to come to terms with what I'm saying and showing is it's gonna take a lot of shit that's not worth me doing the heavy lifting and other people. They have to do it for themselves, bro. Um,
Gotcha.
that's what it comes
No, I don't.
from.
I don't. I don't. I'm the okay. So one, I'm the type of person that if once I kind of get the gear rolling in a certain
So
motion,
check this out. This is also power of three. You see how this candle here open and it's dropping lower?
yeah.
It's dropping lower for simply discount arrays, bro. So like this candle here is dropping lower and it's trying to get to a discount, I believe, to go higher, bro. So the question is where's discount? Um, for me, it's the same levels. This, this, and this. So that is the 15-minute power of three. And if you can get in down here with your stop in an area where it's not likely to go, aiming for these objectives, that's high probability. That's why I tell you sometimes, like, hey, buy here or sell here or look here or look there, is because I'm using these components. Whether I'm showing it or saying it, it's just this is what I'm operating off of. It's time and then price. But also, this candle opens and it dropped down into these levels that were predetermined to hold, bro, with clear objectives. So this is what I'm looking at. And
Mm,
then you want to weigh risk. So if you were to buy this, you're risking like 9 to 12 points to make 30 to 20 points. It's up to the trader, you know.
yeah.
But I believe anywhere here would be a potential good long. Making up for this up close candle because this is a factor. This is mitigation. So your stop wants to be in there or under there. I prefer under there, which means you have to be more aggressive on where you get in. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, yeah, 3 PD rate rule: inversion, order block, mitigation. You want your stop beneath 3 PD rays, and you should be safe. And
Mm,
I'm also watching this 15-minute candle here just open and drop lower into discount arrays, bro. And the hardest part is controlling the impulse. Like I know I can get in here and rip this market. I already ripped it today and I didn't want to. But like me trying to control that's probably the hardest thing because I know what I'm looking at. You know,
yeah.
I know what I'm looking at. It's just controlling it because that can lead to disaster sometimes, bro. So I'm working on self control, even though it doesn't affect me. I mean, hell, you see my fucking P&L.
Oh, definitely where I see it.
Yeah, it doesn't
No, no,
affect me, bro. But
I'm going with the more aggressive entry because one, I have to. Because I want to bring this fucking funded back up to profit, bro. I fucking need it. I have to.
then you're
Because
gonna
even if I
have
do it,
to seek a little bit more education as far as like trust me, if you want it that bad, bro, you're gonna do what it takes to do, and there's no other way to put it besides failure, bro. Like I failed plenty of times. I literally failed plenty of times, bro. But every time I failed, I was like, damn, I can't fail again. And every time I said I can't fail again, I made changes, bro. So you're gonna have to make changes, whether it's like investing your time into learning or even trying to accept a paradigm shift. You know, that's key. I didn't have it, but I wish I did. But maybe that's what made me. I don't know.
paradigm, that's something I'm not sure. I think right now.
Paradigm shift is like switch your perspective on what you think you need. You know, that's what helped me through
Uh,
this. That's what helped me through this process because I'm listening to ICT talk and I'm just like, bro, I'm like, show me this, show me that. Realizing what I was looking for was not even a factor. Like, how do I know if this is gonna stay open? How do I know where to buy and sell? Like shit that is completely against the grain and pointless, bro. Like it's all that shit is pointless if you don't know where the market is going. You know, so it's like the things you're looking for, you'll realize are not anything to be looking for, especially right now. Knowing where to buy and sell is the last step. And
yeah,
it sounds crazy, bro. It sounds like, damn, well, what's the point of trading then? The point is one, proper context, and two, the draw. it starts with the draw. Then you can figure out where to buy and sell. But also in between the draw and is time. So you got the draw, then you got time and price, and then yeah, the draw, time, and then price, bro. So yeah, everything you realize, bro, everything you're looking for is something to not be looking for. But what I will say is the only way you're gonna get that off of a person like you is to fail. You gotta fail. You gotta be dragged down to the bottom, bro. Like you have to fail. And when you fail, bro, you'll want to do the things you're supposed to be doing in the first place. That's what happened to me. I didn't have anyone tell me this shit. I really failed, bro. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to do this the right way. And then I did it the right way. And it brought me a lot closer to what the hell's going on. And believe it or not, you're always going to succeed in here and you're always going to fail in here. So it's not like, when I say fail, it's not like anything bad. I'm saying fail as in like maybe you have to toast a few accounts, you know. Maybe you have to realize, maybe you have to go through a year and then realize you did it all wrong, wishing you did it right the first time. So then you spend your second year ready to do things the right way, you know. That's those are things that you have to encounter. Like, see, I went along this thing, but yeah, these are things you have to encounter, bro. You have to fail. You have to go through a certain amount of time realizing you have to wish you did it right in the first place, bro. In order to get to where you're trying to be. Not with trading, bro. Trading, bro, is broad. I'm talking about the way we trade, you know, ICT concepts. In order to get to where you're trying to get to, bro, you're going to have to fail. And you're going to have to wish you did it the right way. But if you want to be a simple probabilistic RSI oversold trader, then that's different. But in order to get to where you want to be, which is how we trade, you're going to need to fail and wish you did it the right way the first time. But you have to see your first time go out the window and realize, damn, at least I didn't spend 3 years doing it. What humbled me was looking at the traders around me in their 4th or 5th year, barely to where I'm at, and I'm in my first year. And then I was realizing, damn, this is really good, but I did things better than they did. So like, what I would say is like, you know, you had me who took like almost 3 years to catch it, 2.5 to 3 years. You're on your first year, and you'll probably surpass me if you just do the things right the first time. Just like how we'll probably surpass ICT if we do things right the first time. Because it took him a long time to get to these objectives that he's come to. And if you just cut that time in half every generation or decade that goes down, if you just keep cutting that learning time in half, they're going to have more time to grow. So I'm just saying, like, the things I'm telling you, bro, you're going to want to seek a little bit more education. But it's not bad. You got to remember, you're supposed to be checking out 4 years of your time, 3 years of your time for this. Minimum. You know, we're cutting this down. ICT cut it down. If you do it right the first time, he cut it down to 6 months paper trading demo, and your track record will tell you if you're ready. But if you're rebellious, hard-headed, cowboy, you're not going to come to these conclusions, bro. But I wish I did it right the first time. I spent my first year trying to figure it out. My first year and a half, it was clicking. My first 7 months, things were clicking. When I got to my first year, I realized like it's just paradigm shifts, like just mental perspective things that keep changing. And as soon as I kept figuring, like every time I kept figuring it out, like, okay, this is it, there was something else that I could add to the puzzle. And I was just like, damn, this just doesn't stop. And it wasn't like I was seeking anything new. I was learning how to incorporate new things into what I was doing. And that's something that's going to come to you soon too.
Yeah, literally, what you just said is true. Because like, bro, like,
you might not understand. You might not understand what an order block is. You might not understand what an order block
it
is,
would always
bro.
confuse me.
Yeah, but listen. You might not understand what an order block is, bro. But over time, you'll learn how to incorporate it. Because people always say like, "Oh, don't learn new things." I don't agree with that. I think new things will come to you when you realize more what it is you're doing. You know, like new things will come to you, and you'll know how to use them. Like for me, I never liked breakers. I never liked them. I never used them. And as soon as I started to get a feel for what fair value gaps are going to hold with proper context, bro, I can't emphasize it. The proper context, That's when I started to understand more about breakers and then market maker models and smart money reversals. Like that's when I started to incorporate things. Basically, like you're not going to get to the next level until you start on level one, bro. So like it starts with any PD ray. If it's a fair value gap, just understanding, bro. Down close candles like this. I'm gonna mark them out. But down close candles like this, they all support price if they're going higher. Like that. This is what started with me, bro. It was fair value gaps, but this was what started it. Down close candle, price traded above it. This should hold price. Down close candle here, price traded above it. This should hold price. Not this one anymore, but this one. Down close candle here. We traded above it. This down close here should hold price where it's at, not beneath it. So I'm not looking down here. This is the order block. This is the PD array that price is going to react off of. Once I understood that part, I was like, damn. I was like, okay, so now you have a fair value gap here. Price is creating down close candles. I'm imagining that already as an order block when price trades above it. Once I started to see it trade above it, that's when I started learning more about changing states. So you have three options. You can either buy the fair value gap, you can buy the change in state, or you can buy the other PD array, which is the inversion, but I'm not getting to that. But I'm saying like it starts with one and then you'll start to unlock others. I didn't get to this point. Like, dude, it started with just understanding that down close candles support price if it's going up, vice versa.
Yeah.
Up close candles support price when it's going down. You see this here?
Where? Where am I? Oh, yeah.
Held price. This one held price. This one here held price. So all these up close ranges held price exactly where it's at, and it doesn't stop. Here,
Yeah.
held price. I sold this, took profit down here. It doesn't stop. This is what started it with me. It was understanding order flow, and that's how I got close to it. But looking over here, down close candles, not one. If it's consecutive like this, it's one. So consecutive down closes are one. So like this is one candle. This is one. This is one, and that's order flow, bro. This is what helped me understand how price gets from point A to point B. Was this piece. And then when I got into detail, that's when I started learning about old other PD arrays, like old fair value gaps here. I incorporated that with my price delivery. I incorporated fair value gaps with my price delivery. I also incorporated market maker models in my price delivery after understanding order flow. 2 objectives after proper context, bro. So it sounds like a lot, trust me. But the moral of the story is to start with one and you'll learn how to use them all, because whether you know it or not, it's just a web of things. It's just a web, bro. And then that's also when I found this. The power of threes for higher time frames. And what I'm seeing now is we're going to put in a 15-minute BISI here. We're about to get a fair value gap here. So I hope this candle can close a little bit higher so we can at least use this as a breakaway. I don't want that to be traded to, because it's gonna leave this to be disrespected. What I'm saying is this. I'm seeing we're gonna put in a 15-minute fair value gap right there. This would be the range, like this fair value gap here. That's what I'm talking about. I hope we can close a little bit higher so we can keep that open, because I don't want this disrespected. But I'm aware of it, and I understand the risk. So, but if price does want to get into this fair value gap here, I'm looking for this PD array in this one, but I understand it shouldn't do that, but I'm aware of it. Now I'm looking at this.
Like a backup plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking
or
Liquid.
more last resort, more or less. But yeah,
Yeah,
because I was
yeah,
gonna say if it doesn't respect it, it throws it not into chaos, but it throws it off course, and you're like, okay, this plan no longer is valid.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and you,
Invalidation zones, bro.
oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. There you go. Uh,
No, that's not a
the
thing.
the
That's
the
not a
whole
thing. It's just we call it. It's like coding, bro. It's like it has parameters. We call them parameters.
yeah
So like I'm believing if price is gonna keep going higher, this level could be wrong. It could be what I don't like. Whatever order block you want to pick, it's fine. Just understand that like it should go up from here. It should keep just moseying on. I'm aware we are in the SIBI. Doesn't mean anything. I'm aware. I'm more focused on the buy side. But yeah. Also, look at this can this 15-minute candle. Like it dipped down into
yeah
this. Yeah.
yeah. Literally, I started pulling up the 15 because I saw. I don't know why on mobile it does this, but um, it reflects it so well. Like it shows you, like, hey, if you're going on course, this will reflect that.
Mhm.
If it doesn't, you'll see it. And that's why I switch between the 1, the 5, and the 15. I keep the 15 on the right or whatever. I keep that one on there permanently, and then I switch between the 1 and the 5 minute.
See, that's something
Because the
that you're
five,
gonna have to work into, bro. I swear that's something you have to work into. Like that, it's too much. It's too overwhelming. Because you gotta understand the web first, and then you can start doing shit like
well,
this.
the reason why I'm doing this is because I used to just stay on the 1 minute, and then I learned about using the higher time frames to kind of like confirming. Now what I'm doing is I check the 5 minute to make sure, like the 15 minute. Remember, I mean, you see it, bro. Like it could be all the way at the top of a green candle, and then it says like there's 8 minutes left. There's a lot of shit that could go in 8 minutes.
Listen,
So then I'll check the 5 minute just to confirm because there's still time in the 15 minute.
yeah, I
So it's
just
not
I
like
just recommend, bro. You gotta learn price action, because what you're
yeah,
forgetting is it's just price action. Price action models like the 2022. Like you gotta learn these models first. And then when you incorporate this, then you'll see the models at the right times and places. I don't know how to explain it other than showing you live every day, but
yeah,
it's just something that it can come to you. Whether you do
yeah.
it
No,
next
I'm not
year.
saying I've mastered it. I'm
No,
just
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
just
I don't think you
incorporating it to kind
mastered
of
it.
like learn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like. There's beneficial ways to learning, and there's not beneficial ways to learning, and that's one thing ICT had a problem with, is people think that if they have it figured out learning, then they'll figure it. Then they should already know. Everyone has their own perspective, dude, on a beneficial way of learning, bro. I just know what I've done, and that's my behalf I could possibly speak on, bro. And I see how ICT learned, and he's speaking from his behalf, and I'm taking the same route he's on. And I really think I do. I always tell people, bro, get 3 monitors, 2 monitors at least, bro, and then so you can start to see the matrix. But if not, just split your screen in like how I have mine, and that will help you start to see these things like this. Like see this as a reversal. No one ever seen this as a reversal. I promise you. Me and probably ICT and probably someone who's close would know that was a reversal right here. But other than that, no one can figure this shit out. They've probably figured out this for value gap or here, maybe not, but they didn't see this stuff. Um, the point is if the most beneficial way, bro, is learn price action models like like breakers, like learn what a breaker is, what a mitigation is, order block, inversion for value gaps. Learn what these P arrays are. Go on your chart, keep looking for them, and then you'll start to see them live, bro. And then that's when it helps you a lot. But mind you, these PD arrays are so useless, bro. I swear they're so useless without knowing where price is going. Like this, I promise you, this right here would have never held if this wasn't the draw.
Yeah,
This here, down here, this change in state would have never held if this wasn't the draw. And this wasn't the draw. It would have never held, bro, if the sell side here wasn't the draw. This sell side was the draw. They took it. They had a change in state after taking it. Knowing we're oversold, we had a change in state. and my bias is up here. It's those three components that will help you understand that these P rays are going to work. What that means is, so we took this low, okay, we had a change in state, we have a liquidity pool and a reason to go higher. So that's all you need for draws. That's all you need. We have a pool, we have a fair value gap, and we had a change in state, and we're oversold. So that's all you need to frame setups. And what it comes with understanding what you want to see for a PD ray. Some people wanted this breaker to be tapped into. They missed their trade because they don't know order flow. That's why. Some people wanted this order block to be tapped into. They missed their trade because they don't know order flow. Some people wanted this value gap to get tapped into after the shift here. They missed their trade because they don't know order flow. They're too focused on a religious belief on a model, which the models do work, but it's proper context. I always say it. It's not just going to take the low, take the high, come right back in and go. It's not how it works. Inversion, you extend it out. It rallied. Now we have a BISI in old inversions. That's 2 P rays. It's a balanced price range. It's not coming down here. And we have these up close ranges here. Price traded above it. Now we have 3 PD rays, bro. Look, order block, that's 1. Mitigation, that's 2. Inversion, that's 3. Why the hell would you wait for a retracement? You know, it doesn't make sense. And then it just keeps doing it all the way up the leg. That's how you get to this point, is just understanding order flow. And once you understand order flow, you know where to pyramid. Like when I pyramid, you know where to trail your stop. Like how I trail my stop. Like you'll know these things, bro, as you just keep going. But the moral of the story is it starts with the higher time frame. I'm always on my 1 minute, but never would I take a trade if it's not on a higher time frame premise. Not a higher time frame PD ray. I have no clue if this thing bounced off a higher time frame PD ray. I don't care. That's not a factor. Everything is purge and revert, bro. Purge, revert, offset distribution. For instance, purge right here, and then it reverts back to buy side here. So that's, it purged, and then it reverts back to buy side. And then and I don't know if they're gonna sell these buy stops. I don't know, but I'll know once we take the high. If we start tanking or breaking structure to the downside, I know they're selling these buy stops, which is offset distribution, and that's smart money. But yeah, it sounds like a lot, bro. But
I mean, it has to be though. It has to be.
You'll see. And nonetheless, you take this up close range here, extend it out. This is 1 PD ray inversion. Here, it's another one. Well, actually, I'll just do this. So that's 2 PD rays. And then you have your order block, which is the one I marked out. You can argue and say this is a change in state here. Any of it's valid. Understand that you got 1 PD ray, 2 PD ray, and your order block. That's your third. All of them are good. So it's just up to your flavor. A lot of people would see this and then fucking, well, I'm going to cover this low to be safe. Dude, you're going to cover this low down here. You're going to let it break down all this and then cover that. That's not how it works. They don't. I always tell people this, and ICT, I got it from ICT. He always says, you know if someone's good by how they manage their stop loss. And I was like, what do you mean? And I realized where you put your stop loss tells if you know what you're doing. Because if you're sitting here right now putting your stop loss down here like this, that just tells me you don't know what you're doing. Because price shouldn't even get down there until getting up here. Just knowing where to put your stop loss, dude, it will tell you a lot about a trader. Knowing how you manage a trade will tell you a lot about a trader. Usually scenarios like this where we run a low like that, if I'm expecting this to hold, this is where I look for SMT. And there's ways to know if you're offside as well, but this is where I look for SMT. You see how we didn't take this low here on ES? Like we failed. So I'll put it here. It didn't take it yet. In this one, we did take it. I'm seeing if this was just SMT and we can go higher. So this is what I'm looking for now. But yeah, bro. These things are gonna come, and I'm more focused on controlling the beast. I know I can come here and rip this. I'm just trying to focus on self-control. That's all. Because all it takes is one loss. Yeah, one loss for me to go over the edge. One loss for anyone to go over the edge, bro, because I know I'm a good trader. I know I don't really like to lose like that, so I try not to lose. And I obviously I'm aiming for perfection, but it's not realistic, you know? So coming in here, getting control over myself is probably the hardest thing about trading. So that's what I'm aiming for. And what I love about it the most, bro, is it's like boxing. You know, just because these people win these titles, that doesn't mean they stop going to the gym. You know, they're still in the gym. Just because I'm past my funded accounts, you know, I'm doing $1,000 in a day, that doesn't mean I stop going to the gym. And the gym is tape reading. You know, this is what keeps you sharp. This is what keeps
your brain. It keeps your brain remembering all of it. Yeah, because it's a lot of fucking terms and it's a lot of fucking.
It's not even
models.
It's not even about the terms. It's about tape reading.
No, I'm saying like all of it in general. It's a lot.
Yeah, for me it's not anymore, but for someone new, it's a lot to consume at once. Yeah. But like tape reading is the gym, and one thing I love about tape reading is it keeps you sharp. And I now have a schedule on when I tape read, regardless of my accounts or not. At the end of the year, November, December, January, I'm tape reading. NFP week, Thursday and Friday, I'm tape reading. So now I have, you know, times to keep my iron sharp. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's what I'm working on, is more times to be in the gym. And this is what keeps me sharp, bro.
Nice.
That's how I get to where I'm at. That's how I understand price the way I do, because when you tape read, when you're tape reading, you're only focused on learning. Like right now, I'm tape reading. I'm only focused on learning, you know, and I'm learning. When you're demo trading, you're focused on the stuff. You're focused on what you have learned. Tape reading is right. So you're putting a statistical number to that. So like if you tape read let's say you tape read for 3 months and it's going good, then you demo trade, right? When you demo trade, you're just testing out that stuff you tape read to be true or false. You'll see a number there. Once you can see that there's actually profitable edge to that, that's when you hop into a live account. Is when you know that what you have done is profitable through a demo. So you don't have to figure it out through live. And they have their own learning curve. Tape reading, you're going to learn about everything. Demo trading, you're going to learn everything is true and it works. Live trading is going to let you know it's official, you know. And a lot of people just skip straight to funded. They don't even learn nothing. And that's it. Each thing has their own component. I spend a lot of time in demo. I spend more time in demo than tape reading. I didn't believe in it. I didn't understand why it was a factor at first, you know. And I'm marking all this down close here. Yeah, I didn't understand why tape reading was a factor.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it, because I was going to ask you what the fuck that term was. I want to just write it down. Sorry.
Yeah, I never understood what the benefit of tape reading was. I never understood what the benefit of demo trading was. And then one day it just hit me. But you have to fucking fall for that, bro. I'm telling you, you have to fall.